So me just want to tell them, say, Simmer, who got the keys to the bimmer? Oh my, real reggae lover, Zaga.
In the Reggae studio with our reggae ambassadors as they reveal the other side of the reggae beat outside the spotlight.
Last time I sit up in the time for idle, swinging in my muck while the whole world I tremble. Sing this little song out to the bone all people, hoping the hills with the rivers uncool. Bullet and Janga swimming down in my pool. Staying away from the land of the fool, the messenger made the cool. It's a final call, yeah. Blessed Lord, greetings in the mighty name of the Almighty Yahweh Jah. In the name of Emperor Haile Selassie, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. In the name of Yahshua the Messiah. My name is Jephthah McClymont, the messenger. I was born in Davidton, Manchester. You know. Family, very humble. 9 of us. My mother had 5 girls and 4 boys, mother and father, you know. Out of which I am the 7th, you know. But we grew up in a very humble city. We learn to share and care. If it's one breadfruit to roast it, and we share it for everyone in the family, you know. So we learn to embrace basic principles of spirituality, caring, sharing, loving one another, looking out for each other's lives. My mother she's still a midwife, and my father a carpenter. He was a carpenter. My father moved on when I was 11 years old. My mother is still alive and kicking. Yeah, I give thanks. The Almighty has blessed us because we grew up in a church. My father was a strict Adventist. He would discuss Bible passage sometimes and catch a quarrel with some of his church brothers, you know. But we grew up with that kind of spiritual essence in our life, and I think this is one of my main, you know, incentive that I've gotten from my father. Evangelism technique, you know. My father, he built a guitar, you know. And I think just listening to my father play the guitar, it gave me so much impetus, you know, that I wanted to learn it myself, you know. So sometimes, like, I remember in the early stage, they didn't want me to play it much because I was youth, and my bigger brothers didn't want me to burst the string and so on. So I have to steal a little play now and again. But this is what probably brought home to me that, you know, somehow to achieve anything, you have to be willing to seek and find. So while they were out, I would take my guitar and ping 2 notes, and before you know, I could perform like the E chord or E minor, and I used to sing a song, Amazing Grace. That was the first song that I learned on my guitar. And when I came home one evening and I was playing the guitar, you know, it struck them that really I got a blessing, you know. Yeah, but my guitar, I never left my guitar. So my father was a strict Adventist, and like Saturdays he would dress us up and make sure that we reach church and get our blessing, you know. And even those days, before we go to church sometimes, even in the mornings, we would have devotion. I think devotion at the house or in the home is so much more important than even when you go to the church. You have a devotion, yes, but when you're home, you know you're with your family, and it's so intimate that you can actually feel the Spirit of God moving through you.
Night after night, uttered speeches, day after day, show where these handiworks on the food says in his heart that there is no God, but in his thoughts he must be mad. Oh, who made made the sun to shine? Who rules the end of time? Who created me and you, mankind? Look at, I sing you a song. I hope you're listening along. What I am saying, God rules in the heart of man. He made the birds to fly. He made the mountains so high. Only a fool says in his heart that there is no God, but he must be mad. Who made the sun to shine? Who rules the end of time? Who created me and you, mankind? Look here. I hope that you learn these words I sing to you. What I am saying, God is the spirit in me and you. He made the babes to cry. He made the mountains so high. Only a fool says in his heart that there is no God, but he must be mad. Who made the sun to shine? Who rules the end of time? Who created me and you, mankind? Only a fool says in his heart that there is no God, but he must be mad. Who made the sun to shine? Who rules the end of time? Who created me and you, mankind? Only a fool says in his heart that there is no God, but he must be mad. Who made the sun to shine? Who rules the end of time? Who created me and you, mankind? Oh Lord, oh, night after night, day after day, night after night, night after night.
My singing started in my backyard while John and Rabbit Pina would be singing. You know, I used to love singing Brother Bob Marley songs and, you know, Brother Dennis Brown. You know, I could sing, I could thrill anyone from the early years, you know. And while picking breadfruit, sometimes I remember once I was in the tree picking breadfruit and singing out a storm, and you know, something like I felt the eyes of someone on me, and I looked down, like, you know, on the ground. I see this teacher, Miss Helen, from up by Miss Teasy, you know, a neighbor of ours. She was on her way to school, and she stopped. At that moment I was there singing nearly 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes. She was there listening to me. And then we look, and you know, like the spirit said, someone's watching, you know, and we look and spot her, and you know, I got shy and thing, and she walked away. And but she said, you can't sing, Jeff. So then again, I was like an active member of the youth club, Davidson Youth Club. And I was always instrumental in getting other children or other people to sing and express themselves, like pop and variety concerts, even at school. I would always be willing to participate. These things are good for us. There are some people who shy away from expressing themselves, and it's not good. I think the more you practice to express yourself, it comes naturally. And then after a while, you don't worry about, you know, being shy or butterfly or anything like that. You know. To know that being willing is the very first criteria of any person to reach somewhere in life. Why is it important? You have to be willing to study, you have to be willing to read books, you have to be willing to even watch a movie to learn something from it, you have to be willing to listen to people, be willing to listen to the word of God, listen to your father, listen to your mother. So willingness is the most important thing I think that I had. I was not afraid if my father said, who can go and look some wood for me? Who can go and get some water? I would be willing. And my father saw that in me. And any movement, he wouldn't hesitate. I would be the first child that he would call. And it's the same way. When you invest in yourself, you have to be willing to get up at night, do some deep breathing, or, you know, do some writing. Early morning, do some jogging, you know, find yourself active, doing something. And I think this is what brought out of me what I had inside. Being willing to sing. I always love singing, dancing, anything. Put me to the test. I am willing. Because of the impact that other people, the music had on me, I see the importance of music in my life from an early stage. And not only Dennis Brown or Brother Bob Marley, but I listen like Stevie Wonder. I always remember a song that Stevie Wonder sing. Like a branch on the tree, reaching out to be free. I'm moving on. And that's really my life. And certain songs that I can associate with, I was always willing to sing them and try to copy them to the best. That when I go like to the concerts, bust the place, you know, get encore and all them vibes, you know. So it grew on me, and then I think like going to church and singing, you realize that people always question me, say, you singing this evening, or you singing this Sabbath? And then I would be willing, you know. But I think, as I say, it has grown on to me, and the more I sing and realize the impact that it had on people, or still do, it gave me impetus to keep singing, because I see the reaction of the people, you know. And that's how until today, I'll keep singing for Jah and the people. I was always searching for a title or a name. There was something in me that tells me that I had to be more than just Jephthah McClymont. Because in as much as when I study the McClymont, it's not an African name. So I say, wow. And deep in my mind still, I want a name that associates with greatness. I remember one time going through my readings, like I would read a lot of books, like philosophical books on Aristotle and all those great scientists, and you know, Einstein, and one time it dawned to me that I could have a different name. And I came up with a name, Saint Germain. I read about Saint Germain. He was a great philosopher. He discovered many secrets about the spirit of man within and so on. He was a saint. And I said, well, that name, that title sounds good. I'd love to be a saint. So I came out to my family and disclosed to them my plan. Like I said to my brother, Brother Michael, Brother Enoch, I have a new name and I want to try and call me this name. He said, so which name that? And I said, Saint Germain. You feel? Like they look at me in scorn, you know, and say, look on you. But you're saint. Man, move. So, and them share me, and sometimes I go back and say, well, that name is too big for them, you know. All right, me go again. And I came up with a name one time called Theodore. I studied about Theodore is another great emperor of Ethiopia. I'm saying to myself, I say, all right, I like this name. I'm saying, what? When I come out and call and tell my brother, call me Theodore. Man, take it from mockery. Man, sometimes reach at the end of the land like a piece of property and say, Theodore! Theodore! Somebody say, my brother, I never give nothing about it. He used to call me mud stepper, you know. I didn't like the mud at all, so I said, so man, I take off the mud now. And so I said, come and Stepper. So I said, how could Stepper come to a musical name? Because all the while, I was always thinking of music. I said, Stepper. I said, I don't want this name stick on me, you know. So if they call me Stepper, I could say, there's Walker, like Mud Stepper. I said, I mean, if I could use Johnny, like, not Johnny Walker. I know that I was fascinated by the name Johnny Walker too. But I said, call me Stepper John. I don't know how that name came about. So while visiting with Mr. Harris now, he thought it would be wise to change that name Stepper John because I was going around with that name Stepper John. So this is how we came with a selection of names, of which Luciano was one of. And we decided to use Luciano. I used to love to wear felt hats and so on. So probably this is what he saw in me, you know, because when you watch a movie with Lucky Luciano, you'd see felt hat and those kind of vibes, you know. Becoming more and more involved in the music, though, I realized that, like, investigating the name because I find out that name is very important. So I investigate the name. L-U-C-I is the prefix, which means light, and Luciano, Luciano means bearer of the light. And from I see that, I say, all right, again, go and work with it, you know, because otherwise I would have used like Messenger or come back with Jeff. At one time I had the name Jeff Washington too, in the circle of choosing the name, but I didn't finalize on that name, you know. So this is how my name came about, Luciano. You know?
Greetings, my dear beloved. I will share with you a story of the life of a great person who has resulted to be one as a bearer of the light. Born the 20th of October, 1964, in a little district called Davidton in Manchester, out of Island, Jamaica. His parents, Sophie McClament and Arthur McClament, they called him Jephthah. He grew up with the Word of God as a lamp unto his path, to respect and revere the presence of the Most High God, and now internationally known as the Messenger. Say now as a messenger to teach you about roots and culture, and tell the massive them fi remember Jah. That's all I deal with again. Just say now as a messenger to teach you about roots and culture, and tell the massive them fi remember Jah. That's all I deal with again. So my talk about how them boss love bomb, them forget Jah and put them woman up front. There's a time and a place for everything, Lord God. So my sing bout how them boss them gun and I talk about how them fire Gatling. But I don't have no time to mingle and sing, cause what just in as a messenger to teach you about roots and culture, until the massive them fi remember Jah. That's all I deal with again. Just in as a messenger to teach you about roots and culture, until the massive them fi remember Jah. That's all I deal with again. Remember how Jah sent Jonah and Elijah, Moses and Noah, Martin Luther King and Marcus too, Lord God. Never falter, them and they do them works and they move on. So I know they have been lurks. I and I must carry on our works. Cause what the sinner has a messenger to teach you about roots and culture. Until the masses them feel remember. That's all I need, I got. The sinner has a messenger to teach you about roots and culture. Until the masses them feel remember. That's all I need, I got. Say 37 chambers of the Bingy Temple. Rastaman sit up in no time for idle. Swinging in a hammock while the whole world a tremble. Sing this little song to the Jamaica people. Up in the hills where the rivers run cool. Bullet and Janga swimming down in my pool. Staying away from the land of the fool. The messenger made they are cool. The sinner has a messenger to teach you about roots and culture. Until the masses them feel remember. That's all I need, I got. Sinner has a messenger to teach you about roots and culture. Until the masses them feel remember. That's all I need, I got.
Trooper was so impressed that that the next day said I should come and he wanted to introduce me to someone. By this he carried me to Mr. Earl Hales from Aquarius Records. At that time, Aquarius Records was swinging in Alpha-Tree, you know. And I went walking there and he introduced me to Mr. Earl Hales and he said, "What? Young artist, come on." And he said, "Run some rhythm for him." And Mr. Hales started run some rhythm. And then I remember they did, he run the song, that Butcher Banton had a song, it was Brown in Jamaica. That rhythm, pana 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 pa 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 pa. That rhythm, and we did Ebony and Ivory on it. I sing over from Brother Stevie Wonder and Paul McCartney. I said, what? And the voice song, it was my first recorded song, Ebony and Ivory. And I think I started on very good footing, you know. This was in 1992, to be specific, you know. I felt great. I want to tell you that even when I was singing in the record shop, the place, everyone just get a weird. I said, where the singer did them, man? I said earlier, say what? Set some studio time for the next night. I said what? Let's go home and get ready and can't forget, man. I was on the bus. Just jump, get ready and rush home, man. And my sister like me said, we are rushing to go something, man. Voice, you know. Voice tonight. Big thing. Because when you get a chance to go and, you know, I know it's a dream of every aspiring artist to get a chance to go behind that microphone. That very first break is very important. You know? Because after this first break, then you know you can move, you have the confidence, because what that does, it gives you the confidence. So I did Ebony and Ivory that night, and I put on about 3 different tracks of harmony, which was, you know, another fascinating thing. They were very fascinated to know that a young singer could sing so many different tracks of harmony. And when they played, they said it sounded like Frankie Paul. That time Frankie Paul was wailing in the dance hall with songs like, "Pass it to Silpe, pass it round ya," you know. And some other great songs, you know. While singing Mr. Earliers now and there for a while, and he was very interested in managing me, and a little contract thing came into being. But there was some mix-up, going on between him and his, you know, partner. And somehow my contract got torn. But my life is a history, but my contract got torn, and I said, what? It's like him, so all right. So I free up again. Shopping around to find a stable, I went to New Name now. I heard about New Name because Elvis Presley, another singer called Presley, he was another singer amongst us, and he told me about New Name. He said, well, man, check them out, you know. So man, walk and check out New Name and we go down there. The vibes was so right because studio there and with him running on Mr. Castor Brown and Mr. Derek Barnett from Sagittarius Band, and you have Mr. Noel Brownie. Great people to be amongst, and you know, you'll see the likes of Mr. Barry Salmon now and again come to the cut dubs. You see Mr. Freddie McGregor. This is how I met Mr. Freddie McGregor now. And that's how I met Brother Mikey General. Because many great artists would come to this part now because what happened now, New Name had the first set of computer setting like Pro Tool studio. New Name, Mr. Castor Brown. People used to say it couldn't work and all that, but because it was catching on now, all artists was to, you know, gather there. So this is how I met Mr. Freddie McGregor from Big Ship label. He heard me cutting some dubs one day and said, wait, where did you that come from? And then introduced me and I said, Respect King, and then tell me some have some studio time and invite me up and, you know, up by Anchor. At the time Anchor studio was just building up, seeing? And there's a little room on it, the little studio on the back there. Round there we got to start make some hits and, you know, he gave me some rhythms and I took them home and started practicing them. And the first song that I did for Big Ship was Shake It Up Tonight. Not a great hit. It was my first big hit in the UK. I got my recognition. People start sending letters and like my name on list for dubs now, and I said, what? And I remember Kiba Niggas, this big song from Overhampton. Is that Overhampton? Birmingham. You know, coming one day, even while I had songs coming out, you know, because I want to tell you, when I did Ebony and Ivory and they're looking around and thing, and the song was not released yet. So, but I did, and you know, sometime in the days I would be hanging around this, and that's not me. Like I feel like I could be doing something, so I end back at the workshop. And when we go there, I see Empress, a piece of terrorizing. The workman them start give it to me and I say, well, you're Croft. Come back in here, come terrorize. If you want to come take over cheer them, man. I'm going to say, man, easy yourself, man. You have no faith, man. I'm going to say, so, well, I think that bus big and you come back to me. Say, me like me working, I say, God, take me out of this. Take me out of this, God. And one day while you're there, but I used to imitate, like I said, you know, soon hear me, man. One of these days, soon hear me on Richie B. I do interview and all I want to come shake up, man. But give me the time, man. So now, one day while we're there working, we here, and now this is a new artist. Check him out. His name is Luciano. And he put on the song, Ebony and Ivory. Oh my God, man. That's what I know. That's why I know what that does to an artist when you get the first break. I almost hit the roof, man. And I start pack up my things there right there. I say, oh no, you hear the song? So I say, come here. Come hear the voice. I say, well, the voice sound like my voice. I'm rolling over the radio and turn it up and I say, come class here. No, come here, man. No bad-minded bro. Come listen to this, a few voices. And I say, go and know you that. So I say, oh, you know me. All right? I start pack up the tool. I say, okay, I'll stay. I'll produce. I'll check. No. And man said, I can't put you in on. And from this, I say, I never look back, man.
See that broken-hearted man toiling in the burning sun. A disappointed African who doesn't even overstand. After so many years of sweat and tears, still he's living in fear, wondering if and when he's gonna have his share. Whoa, guess what's happening? See a new day's dawning. See the black sun's rising. Soon we will be free. See that poor disgruntled youth trying her best to know the truth. Why her ancestors have After so many years of sweat and tears, still she's living in fear, wondering if and when she's gonna have her share. Oh, guess what's happening? I see a new day's dawning. Oh, see a new horizon. Soon we will be free. Oh, 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 oh. Soon we will be free. How could life be so unfair? He wonders how some get up there, sitting in their rocking chair, while he's living in despair. After so many years of blood and tears, still he's living in fear, wondering if and when he's gonna have his share. Oh, guess what's happening? I see a new day's dawning. Oh, I see the table is turning. Soon we will be free. Ooh. Ah, oh, soon we will be free. Oh, the new day's dawning. The new day's dawning.
Hanging out at New Name after a while, because we had the likes of Mikey Spice there and Lady San, you know. But I find out that it's like after a while they're not really paying me much money because Lady San start have 2 songs. I go on now and it look like them start just because they want a hit, probably, you know, make the bus out the studio. Them start concentrate more on Lady San. That is Mr. Castor Brown, management for New Name, you know. And I think I heard him saying one night and like him say, why, you know, I'm going to work with. So after a while, because Lady Sa started getting Marian Hall. Because she started, you know, going with things now, them interest kind of shift from me. Even though it was a good writer and thing, but I think people, you know, this is a normal thing that would normally happen. So I started looking around still. Come and say, well, if I saw the case, I'm stay and all up, you know. Now I'm going to move on. So I heard about Exterminator now. Mikey's brother, Mikey General, and I used to spawn. And, you know, he told me about Exterminator. I said, well, I'm going to give him a check, man. I'm going to check Mr. Philip Burrell at the Fattest. At that time on Slipe Road, right at Gussie Clark's studio. Mr. Gussie Clark. He's a big man in the business, you know. And I tell you, when I met up with Mr. Philip Burrell, I think it was a great move in my life. And until today, I'm very grateful unto him. I thank him for what he has done for me, you know. Never forget that. And he knows my heart is definitely with him, you know. He started giving me songs, man, rhythms, some different rhythms, and then he would call in like the Firehouse, and I felt very special now. And I did song like, because I did I signed a contract with Mr. Castor Brown from New Name, you know. So when I met up, but because I wasn't getting attention now, we will go around by Fatis, and Fatis decides to when you see the quality and the talent, and say, what? I want to do some work today, and but you have to sign up a contract. And I say, what is this now, God? Oh, what is this? Because we get myself in a one piece of trouble because I love Mr. Castro Brown, the man who believe in me. And I come meet Fatis now, have the interest in me and believe in me too. But I said, I look left and right, and I said, I can't stay here and linger for too long, you know. I can move on. But I'm not going to do it in any way that anyone would be unhappy, so I would not be ungrateful either. So after I started doing songs like Neighborhood Watch, one day I was on by a new name and the things, my Neighborhood Watch come out and the man wheel it up. I think it was Mr. Taylor, GT Taylor, wheel up the song about 5 times, you know. So one became excited and said, wait. Food, like Mr. Castro, the uproar and came out and said, a full song that singer. I'm saying, you know, sir, I've got to sing Exterminator, you know. I'm saying, sing walking, I'm too be that sweat, but like he said to himself, God, if I exterminate, I'm gone, I know I'm going to get busy, so he called me in a meeting and said, so what's up, what's happening? And when Fatis told me about the contract now, I said to myself, boy, Johnny, Mr. Brown, I can't let him down. So I plan a meeting, a lunch meeting, you know. We don't buy Eden and learn off this nice restaurant. And we'll go there and sit and have a meeting and decide. And so, what I was suggesting that Fatis could be my producer and Mr. Castro Brown could be my personal manager. That's what I really visioned from them time. But I don't think Fatis was happy with that. Fatis wanted to be in full control. And after a while, Mr. Brown decided, for the benefit of the artist, he would allow me to go on because he saw me stressing, you know. So from then on, my career took a big jump. Here is a producer who's willing to spend his money. I saw tapes loading up. When you go to Exterminator, you work for the whole day. You don't have to worry. You just sing and sing.
Right now, the Spirit has prodded me to sing the song for all mankind, humanity. I got one wish, one vision, that someday there'd be no need for war. Learn to live in love and unity and serve the Almighty. I wish we never had to quarrel, and we never had to go to war, and there was no one using guns and bombs to destroy the humankind, and there was no more dying and no heartbreaking, just the people giving praises all year long. Wish we never had to quarrel, and we never had to go to war, and there was no one using guns and bombs to destroy the humankind. No one dying, no more crying, just your people giving praises all year long. What is the cause of war? What are you fighting for? Let there be peace on earth, mankind. Let there there be peace on earth. Let there be love and joy. Let there be love amongst mankind. I wish we never had to quarrel, and we never had to go to war, and there was no one using guns and bombs to destroy the humankind. No one dying, no more crying, just your people giving praises all year long. Wish we never had to quarrel, and we never had to go to war. There was no one using guns and bombs to destroy the humankind. No one dying, no one crying, just the people giving praises all year long. Let there be love and joy. Let there be love amongst mankind. Let there be peace on earth. Let there be love and joy. Let there be love amongst mankind. Wish we never had to quarrel, and we never had to go to war. There was no one using poisonous gas to destroy the humankind. No one died, no more crying, just the people giving praises all year long. Let there be peace on earth. Let there be love and joy. Let there be love amongst mankind. Wish we never had to quarrel, and we never had to go to war. There was no one using guns and bombs to destroy the humankind. I wish we never had to fuss or fight. Everyone could be living right, and there be love amongst mankind.
The Rastafari movement. Now you ask a question about when I come to forward into this state of being and come to fruition as a Rastaman. It was while I was in the when I was getting more and more involved in the music, and I realized that this music is not just a singing thing. Because even though I started out loving music as a hobby and singing as a hobby, now I realize it's more than that. When I go places and I do a song like One Way Ticket, I'm the poor and simple. People like when I go someplace, I'm do a one-way ticket and go on some place, and I'm do all this me again John dancing places. Some people say, wait, I'm going some place to sing, and I'm say, wait, it's a ballad. Like a man said, well, I think the man was really a Rasta. You sing in your youth, you're a Rasta man, you know. But before all of this, I remember one time my mother bought me a shirt. My mother used to buy clothes like sometime at the jumble sale, like the house at the yard sale. You get nice, some different shirt from foreign land. There was one shirt that had an epaulet and all that. And so when I wore it to school, the teacher they rejected it. They said it was too fancy. So my mother gave me like I could wear it around the woman.